Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina, visiting Parkway Hyundai, and I'm checking out a 2024 Hyundai Sonata front-wheel drive in the SEL trim level. This vehicle is sitting on 235/45 Pirelli tires wrapped around 18-inch alloy wheels with a gloss black finish. It also has four-wheel disc brakes with ventilated rotors in the front and solid rotors in the back. The name of this color is Transmission Blue. And it looks a little gray to me, but I guess where you can see where it has like a steel blue or whatever color to it. Hopefully you can see that with the sun shining on it. So here in the front, a lot of gloss black. So gloss black all there in the center, but it also has this kind of silver metallic accent there as well, with the black, gloss black as well. So yeah, looking pretty nice. Now the radar adaptive cruise control is there in the center, that little flat spot. There's also an accent light that goes all the way from here, all the way to the other side of the vehicle. Really cool looking. And then it has an LED projector headlight system for the low and high beams. Having separate LED projectors is really nice for the low and high beams. Looking at the profile, it does have the body colored handles. There's also a black portion at the bottom of the vehicle. Just like the front extends here on the side, as well as the back here as well. There's also a pillar that's gloss black, and then all the glass is surrounded by a metallic accent as well. And from this angle, I kind of can see the blue kind of coming through the color. So I don't know if you can see that. It actually is some blue, like a pearl type effect. This is what the key looks like, and it's a full proximity key system. It has the lock, unlock buttons, remote start, panic button. There's also a button here on the edge to open up the trunk. But generally, keeping this vehicle, this key with you, it's easy to carry around with you. It's rounded, kind of egg-shaped. It's very light. It's a little on the large side though, but other than that, it's fairly easy to just slip in your pocket and take it with you. So as long as you have it on the outside of the front doors here, there's a sensor right here to lock the doors. You just put your hand or your finger over it and it'll lock the doors. To unlock the doors, all you have to do is put your hand on the back side of the handle right here where you normally grab it to open it. It senses the key on the outside of the door and unlocks and allows you access to the vehicle. There's also a physical key location here on the driver's side only, right underneath this cover. Now you can take that little cover off right there and access it, but this is where you can actually see it right there. So this one has the light interior, but it's just the seats and these accents here on the door. So it has the metallic accent looking really nice. It goes here and then it's integrated with the handle, which is really cool. This is a soft touch material here, here. This is all like a vinyl type material. This handle is enclosed right here, so you can put some stuff, prop your cell phone or whatever in there if you need to. And then your door lock controls, power window controls. There's a little tweeter speaker, larger speaker there at the bottom next to the large compartment that's in the more forward position. A little plastic sill plate there on the threshold, manually adjusted seats. It does have a height adjustment here on the passenger side. Now these are cloth seats on a light color, and they feel really good. It's like a microfiber type material, and they're very soft and comfortable. There's the floor mat. It's kind of like a Berber type carpet, and then it has the little hook there to keep it straight for you. Lots of leg room. There's a little storage pocket right here as well, which is pretty handy. Non-locking glove compartment, and this is a hard plastic right in here. Smooth plastic on the inside of the glove compartment. It's a pretty good sized glove compartment, huge actually. And then we have this kind of like a metallic portion right here as well, and then the dashboard is a kind of rubbery, soft, non-reflective surface there. You can see the opening here in the front is way bigger than the back. So it's really easy to get in and out of the front. The back door, it's still good though. It's much smaller. You have a little bit less space there. But you can see that seat all the way back on the passenger side. You can still, there's decent amount of leg room, even with the seat all the way back. You have massive leg room here in the front. I mean, you do have to be like an NBA player to need that much room. So you can pull the seat forward a little bit and have a decent amount of leg room. You can see on the passenger side there. But getting in and out, no problem. The swing of the door is nice. It's just a little bit less room here in the back than the front, of course. So the back door, inside the back door, we have soft touch here, here, here. Bottom portion is hard touch, and there's a handle there and a pocket at the bottom. Similar styling as the front as well. Now the car seat attachments are underneath, behind this little spring-loaded cover right here. So yeah, it's you can access them, but that little spring-loaded things, at least it doesn't like pop off and lose it. It just kind of gets out of the way, and then you can access it there. Now it does have an armrest with cup holders here. You can lift that up. These seats fold down so you can add to your cargo space. And you can see how the seats kind of dip down a little bit, give you a little bit of more of a comfort there on the sides. The center part is just basically a raised flat part surface. There's a pocket on the back of the passenger seat, but not the driver's seat. And then there's a hump there in the middle. Pretty good amount of legroom, really. I mean, this seat's all the way back, like really far back. And I'm surprised it's not touching the back seat, actually. And then it has the USB ports, USB-C ports back here. Taking a look at the back of the vehicle, you actually see it there at the top. It's a black surface that kind of blends in with the sunroof, and then there's a gloss black shark fin antenna. The third brake light is at the top of the glass right in here, integrated, and quite wide as well. Then there is a deck lid spoiler in gloss black, looking pretty cool. And this one has the light that goes all the way, the tail light goes all the way from one side to the other, kind of making a really elongated H symbol. There's little simulated diffusers back here, reflectors here at the bottom. The tail lights are all LED, really nice looking. And then the backup camera is not quite in the very center, but it's in the center enough to where it's not too annoying, but it's in the high position and it's integrated into the vehicle. So that's a really good location. If it was in the very center, I'd like it better, but that's a really good spot to put a backup camera. Okay, so opening up the trunk, you can of course push this button, use the key, however you want to do it, and it's spring loaded and it springs right up. There's carpet here on the underside here. And then look at this, look how much room you have. Lots of room here in the trunk. And there's a place for a net pocket. And then there is some exposed metal under here. Just keep that in mind. And then there's a light there in the center. And then there's a bag holder, which is pretty handy. Swings down when you want to use it. And also these arms are covered up, so they're not gonna, mess up your stuff. So this lifts up, and then there's a spare tire with tools as well, and a little bit of extra space there as well. So yeah, this is a 60-40 split. You can fold your seats down, add to your cargo space while still maintaining passenger space. And then the latches are right here. Just unhook it, and then you push it down. The fuel door is here on the driver's side, and it locks with the vehicle. Vehicle's locked, it's locked. You unlock the vehicle, it unlocks the fuel door. And it has a traditional cap, tether, and a place to hang the cap here on the inside of the door. To start it up, all you have to do is, as long as the key's inside the vehicle, you just press and hold the brake, and then you press this button. You don't have to hold the button, you just press it, and then start it up. Here's the floorboard in front of the driver's seat. Now you notice the floor mat hooks in place in two places. There's your accelerator, brake pedal, a large footrest, which is a must for me. Let's take a look under the hood. To raise the hood, there's a latch to the right of the emblem. So there's the emblem, it's right in here. Just reach in, move it to the left, and then lift up on the hood. And eventually it'll just hold itself up, but you do have to kind of lift it up pretty good. There's the latch there. That's what you're doing. You reach in, you move it like that. You can see there's insulation under the hood. There's also seals across the front and back. Helps with airflow and noise, that kind of thing. So there's insulation there on the firewall. Also, the suspension towers are braced in. I don't know if you can tell, but right here, there's a connection from there all the way across to the other side and bracing the whole front end. Then there is insulation on the firewall as well as heat shielding back there. There's a battery with the insulation. It's easy to get to. So this is a front-wheel drive vehicle. And it has a, so the orientation of the engine is this way. So there's the front of the engine, there's the back, transmission's back this way. The intake is here in the front, and the exhaust is in the back. That's part of the reason why they have the heat shielding back there, because the exhaust gets kind of warm. So there is a lot of airspace though, which is nice. The blind spot indicator is here on the side mirror. It's a little triangle right here on the side mirror. It illuminates when there's a vehicle in your blind spot. The inside of the driver's door is just like the other side, except for it has a few more buttons. You have the ability to lock the windows so you don't have kids playing around with it. Power windows are one touch up and down there in the front, but not the back. So you just one touch like so. They are laminated glass. And then the back glass goes to there. So not quite all the way down. Door lock controls are here. Side mirrors, you just pick a side and adjust it with that little pad right there. So the power seat, and it has the, unlike the passenger side, it's power seat, has the ability to go up, down, tilt, and all that stuff, and a two-way lumbar adjustment. And once again, these are really comfortable seats. I was pretty impressed when I sat in them. To the left of the steering column, there is electronic parking brake, dimmer switch for the interior gauges, the ability to release the trunk, and this is the button for the traction control. Default is off, is on, and you push that button and turn it off if you need to spin tires. Tilt, telescoping steering column, you lock in place here. I'm sitting in a driver's seat, and I'm 6 feet tall, and I have the driver's seat all the way back and all the way down to give you an idea of the potential legroom. And literally I feel like a toddler because I can put my feet all the way straight out and with the seat all the way back. So this is a ridiculous amount of space here in the front. You're just sacrificing the legroom here in the back. So I would have to put the seat quite a ways forward. Let me go ahead and pull that up. So yeah, I would have to put the seat like 4 or 5, 6 inches forward just to drive the vehicle safely. And at that point, I still have plenty of leg room and knee room and all that stuff here on the sides. And the seats are comfortable, really nice feeling seats. Okay, so the steering wheel has these little bumps right here. It's kind of interesting, kind of grip here, and it's a little on the hard side, the steering wheel, but it's not too bad. It looks really nice, feels quality. There's also paddle shifters here on the back of the steering wheel. Here on the right side is the volume for the radio, change to the tracks, change to the audio source. This is for, you can preset this to pretty much do whatever you want. It's like a wild card. And then your button, so you can set it up for your needs. And then the phone button here to answer and hang up, and then this is the voice recognition. So this is like radio related stuff. Here on the left side is the cruise control. Turn it on, that one button, it turns on the cruise control and sets it at the same time. And then you can, I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of hard to tell, but it has the plus and minus, so you can set as well here and then change to the speeds, pause and resume, and then you can set the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you, and there's the lane keep assist system. This scroll wheel and that OK button in the center, and then this pages button corresponds with the screen. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, so here is the windshield wiper controls, pretty standard. And then here on the left side, the turn signal, but it also has the headlight switch, automatic, off, parking, and headlights here. It also has the auto dim headlights as well when you have it on automatic mode. And if you want to turn that off, you just put it on headlights on by themselves without the auto mode. So the way the screen is a full digital screen. It has a digital speedometer, fuel gauge, engine coolant temperature, RPMs, digitally represented. So it's fairly straightforward. So you can use this pages button, and when we push that button, you can see it has 3 selections, 1, 2, 3. And when we're in here, this first one, we can have the ability to scroll, get additional information. The second one, we do not have the ability to scroll, but you can see once the route is set for the navigation, it'll give us information there, more information besides just the compass. And then the last but not least is the assist systems right here, and we can press and hold this button, and then it gives us a shortcut over here to adjust the settings for that. So it's pretty straightforward as far as the screen. So we can change the gauge. Right now it's at simple, which we saw is pretty simple, and we can hit classic, so it gives us that classic view. We can also have style A, style B, or style C. or you can link those to the drive mode. So that's like a normal, that's like an eco, that's like a sport looking. And then we can have the simple in these as well. It's different views there. The classic looks pretty good. We'll just keep it on there for now. So this is the home screen. So this is actually a pretty simple and easy to use system. So you can see we slide through here. So the first one, navigation, radio, and then we have different icons here for different things. And then we have a pull down from the top that we can have quick control, and we can go into the settings and choose what we want to have here. So that's really nice. Below that is the physical buttons, kind of like redundant buttons. Physical volume knob, turn through the stations. You can go into the home, map, search, media, seek through the tracks, and then you have another button to set up. And then the setup button that goes into your like settings that you can set up. Climate control has driver and passenger temperature separate, which you can sync if you would like to. Fan speed, where you want the air to blow. These are all soft touch buttons. You also have heated seats. It's a 3-stage heated seat. And then you can turn it off there, so it's up and down as far as the temperature of the heated seat. There's also automatic mode. There's 3-stage automatic climate control as well. It's like blowing all over the camera, but give you an idea of what it's about. So it's fairly simple. You can set it and forget it type thing. And then you got the USB ports here, and you can choose whether you want that USB port to be connected to the system or just a charge port. This one's just a charge port. And then there is a 12-volt power supply here as well, nicely hidden. And then there's a wireless cell phone charger right in here. And then this is all rubberized compartment here that you can utilize if you'd like. There's a place to stand up something like a phone or something there. Cup holders, spring-loaded arms. And then you have the drive mode here. And when you push the drive mode button, you can cycle through normal, sport, and then you can set up your own personal drive mode. And then you have the auto hold function, which will hold the vehicle still when you come to a complete stop. It'll just basically hold the brake for you. And then this button right here, you can pop up the camera if you'd like to. So this armrest, it's like a vinyl type material right in here, and then it lifts up. It's pretty soft, kind of rubbery soft. It lifts up, it doesn't drop back down. It's kind of spring-loaded. And then you have a felt line compartment right here. Put some stuff. Has an auto dim rear view mirror. And then the roadside assistance, you have lights, all lights on. You can have individual lights on, like reading lights. And then you can turn on the lights with the door with that button there. This is for the sunroof. We'll get to that in a minute. The visor has a mirror and a separate light, which you turn on separately. It also extends out. Basically the same thing on the other side. Okay, so this sunroof is huge. Look at that, huge sunroof. And let's go ahead and tilt it up. Go down. All right, so let's go back. Pushed it a little bit too hard. I got to save that for the end. All right, so there it is going back. You notice the back portion is fixed, the front portion moves. All right, as far back as it goes. All right, I pressed it hard, and what it does is it closes it and it closes the shade all at the same time. And the shade covers 100% of the light. So looking at the visibility there in the back, you can see it has that quite wide pillar, but it has a little window in it. But yeah, not too bad. It's got a small window there in the back. Of course, the backup camera helps out, and overall the blind spot detection system, rear cross traffic alert, all that kind of stuff helps out as well. All right, so there you have it. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Parkway Hyundai here in Wilmington, North Carolina, and I'll see you guys next time.